Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Searching Rooms. And 30 days ago, that I just recorded around here for the scheduled, that I'm probably sure that isn't going to be for such as why I'm probably remembered as well. So, in 30 days ago, we just spent time with some rag stuff as well, some funny rags and stuff, and as well that the last video we have done here for just a while ago, and I'm probably sure that I just pretty have fun with colos and absolutely includes around American photo balls as well. I mean, photo players like them for the musical instruments because sometimes it was a lot of fun. And where today it's actually going to be headed right out for 60% complete, as we're going to be checking out Epic Rooms Mashup Space Edition. All right, let's get into this comic studio and let's just explore in outer space. So, as I'm in this thing as well, and because of those only one the reason that we just show up spoilers, and I'm not gonna be worrying with this out as well because of this comic studio isn't going to be for underages. It's for only adults, not for teenagers. Because all the way for just like these things, it had contained something disturbing and it wasn't going to be good enough as well. So it's a little bit good for as well, and the credit to entity editors or the entity creators. And as you can see here, Epic Rooms Mashup is owned by Chef 245. Thanks to the entity's creators and Chef underscore 245 for making this possible. So we cannot able to be started with some characters, as because of the entities and the original characters are the E1 1 or T Lab slash or T Lab dash 278, which means Timmy, V5 V dash 5 CHA 1 AE underscore 404, B underscore 140 with the comic OG, A150, E100, LP80, E42, Noah, RLD A200, Billy ULB 278, A300, V110, A35, Chess-278, S-150, S150, B-5, A99, CIL-278, RLD TLP 150, Brainwasome Sauce, Grady It's Awesome Sauce, or I mean Grady It's Awesome Sauce, and finally A10. And the space objects could be around for stars, black holes, galaxies, and creatures? Oh, right. Another one for some sort of props as well. We got Tassar Bomba and rocket ships, phones, knives, bottles, and some sort of sauce. And some effects was actually Chef Space Art. Could be actually this. Could be very terrifying a little bit. And finally, for some backgrounds with all of itself as well. So, it's because that we're inside of the futuristic spaceship, and it was actually inside of the spaceship as well. And actually, there must be many more of those things. The galaxies, some planets, and anything that you're gonna be choosing as well. And because of the story is all about for Astronaut Cookie and Xylitol Nova Cookie, about for those things as well. So, even though you live in all those planets, and here is why my little sister has learned any kinds of planets and galaxies and other kinds of space. She just already learned space, but not anymore. And especially me, for exactly as anything is as well. So I'll be going to be for on space. So let's start with the moon, shall we? So we're starting onto the moon as well. So I do not believe it. This isn't gonna be going for a round for this thing as well. So alright, the next thing is Pluto. It is actually very far away from the sun. The Mars was actually even dangerous as well, so even though you know that is actually... This is where I just went from Gary's mod and didn't actually going to be having fun a little bit as very far as well. On Europa, this is actually the most dangerous planet. Could be sometimes erupted as well, so this is actually Mercury, nearest way to Sun. Venus is actually from over here, the hottest planet on Earth. Luna, Mars, Europa, and is actually from Pluto. Is very far away from the Sun. So another one is the J1407b. The J1407b was actually for the biggest amount of rings. Wasp 12b is extremely dangerous around here from those things for sucking up to the sun as well. 55 Canary E. Where's the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune as well? So another one is the HIP 65426b. Teres 2b was even for such as dangerous. I can see the reveal of a round of those things as well. So even the dark planet as well, that I never seen this planet before. It's a dark planet, like I just actually tried to do so, has learned around space. Alright, this is actually the fake Uranus, and it's called Sweeps 4b. So let's just see for about of those things. Not the planetariums about of those things as well. And it wasn't like just the Death Star of this planet. And finally, the near of the black hole. I never felt this isn't going to be such a way to do this as well. And because of the core of the galaxy was even so dangerous that I never be able to be seen for like this. But what actually that we added stars, and for sometimes it's actually real life. So we're gonna be added for some sort of xylotyl nova as well. So we're gonna be added characters instead of those things as well. So I'll be using as an astronaut as well. Or even Stardust Cookie is actually gonna be flying all over away for about this moment. So let's get away for just one time as well. So alright, we got 2 space units around as well. So let's start all the way from around here. So I'll be right back of this video until the next clip. It won't be gonna be very possible as well to see some of the full results. So there we go. And it was actually for the first results, wasn't actually for kind of cool like those things. And before this isn't going to be actually what it is, I'm very sure this isn't going to be for one time as well. So there is another Stardust Cookie around here. And for some sort of, this is not going to be his father as anyways. And we're not very sure that there must be one more thing that should be able to be added for some sort of this. But I cannot believe it, that was actually going to be for one thing as well. So, nothing recently in space wasn't going to be for one of its kind as well. So, instead of Milky Way cookie around here for as well, so I never mentioned that is actually for some sort of sidekick of those games as well. So, I'm very probably sure that isn't going to be enough as well. So, we added for some sort of cookie droid as well. So isn't going to be for something like else as well. So he wasn't going to be in Mars as well. So he was dropped up for around this for the spaceship as well. So and I'm probably not very sure this isn't going to be going up here as well. So and what about for some kind of those alien invasions as well? So Well, what about for some sort of NPCs? For some sort of these guys as well. So, what about of those things like great monsters as well? So, because of that, I just turned on for some sort of spoilers. I cannot be able to be finding for a little bit of much far as well. I'm probably very not sure. I'll be holding up for a little bit of second as well. So it's gonna be a little bit for far behind as well. So it's actually going to be for a little bit itself for one thing as well. So that must be for one professor over here. And what about Utonium? Alright, I'm not gonna be very sure that we still gonna be actually getting a little bit for one thing as well. So I'm probably very sure that alright, I just actually said too many times, I guess. And we're not very sure. So we got for some sort of hero cookies landing in Mars. So I wouldn't be able to be fitting away for just like these things as well. So even for some sort of Mars landers as well. So these things have just gotten ourselves for the mission to Mars as well. So because if you just didn't absolutely try to do for space things as well. So even if you know it is, I'm probably gonna be end of this video that I just absolutely going to take a little bit for one thing as well. So there is one more, I guess, and I really think that cyborg cookie is actually flying it so rashly, battling for against this some kind of race. So that is all for some sort of one thing, but I never guessed it wasn't actually for some sort of modern times in space, like isn't going to be such as one pretty thing as well. So we did actually forgot about her as well, so I wouldn't be able to be try to find out as well. So even though that the space donuts isn't gonna be for actually what I just tried to say, and there must be moonlight cookie in outer space already. So that could be the end of this video for now, and there will be another one from some sort of a moonscape around here for this one. So the moonlight cookie is over here on the moon. So that could be the end of this video already. And what about for crazy things as hell? Even that is actually rashly right as hell. So I wouldn't be able to think about of those things. Lost and probably many more things, as I'm not able to be very sure this isn't some kind of like this as well. Alright, that's it for some sort of a lot of those things as well. So even for some sort of for those, even for this one as well. So I might gotta be added for aloe cookie for another one as well. So that could be it. So that does not gonna be hope you like of this video, even that you didn't able to do this as well. So we added any more of those cookie run characters in outer space. So the Halloween is going to be starts tomorrow morning or evening as well. So it's actually going to be the next evening as well that I just probably actually try to say. The link is going to be in the description below, including the main website is going to be recommended. But the bad thing is that you shouldn't able to be viewing of this comic studio because of those containing with those faces was actually disturbing. And because it looked like these isn't like those pretty things of all things as well. So I'm probably that could be for about 15 minutes later as well. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm probably very sure that I just didn't lost my mind or causing dramas like that before as well. So I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you Minilands and Cookie Run, Comic Studio users all later. Until I wasn't going to be far, and I might going to be lost my mind because of for the photo players of crazy stuff.